Twitter's a hell of a coach.
Before the game, you know, we just can't fuck around and
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Acknowledge me!
What's up, man? What's up? Man, my hair all crazy. Hair all crazy. How y'all doing? The vibes must be a little bit different today, right? Vibes are way different today. I believe. Yeah, last Sunday. So last Saturday we were here prepping for the calm before the storm, before game 1. To kick off the series between the Mavericks and the Clippers, and it was an interesting show. We talked a lot about what we thought it was going to be, you know, who was X factors and predictions and all that good stuff. Today's a little bit different. Today we come in up 2-1. We might be a little bit full of ourselves, right? I'll try my best to be in between hype and be in between complete biasness, right? More than slightly biased. Salute to Slightly, man. I saw the photos where he was at the game yesterday. He had a great time. Salute to everybody at the game. I thought everybody at the game showed up, showed out, besides some of the people that didn't put the shirts on. And if you invite somebody to a game, keep your word, man. Keep your word. It goes a long way. And if you want to uninvite them, just let them know. It don't hurt, man. But that person knows who I'm talking about. But yeah, man, this is Midnight Mavness. For those that do not know, it is a show that I host on the night that the Mavericks do not play, either on a Friday or a Saturday night. They played yesterday, so tonight is the night we could do our Midnight Mavness show. And I got quite a bit of things to go through. I got a whole checklist of things I want to go through. And then once I get through my checklist, I want to bring up some guests and just have a conversation about basketball, conversation about the Mavs, a conversation about certain players, so on and so forth, man. There's a lot of things to get into. I think overall, in general, the Dallas Mavericks have been playing great. After the first game, they played great these last 2 games. There's a lot to take from how well they have played, but I don't want to get bogged down into the idea that we should run over these Clippers, but we gotta somehow like be excited but stay humble. Like, but I ain't gonna lie, we kicking the Clippers' ass. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a good time watching the Mavericks do what they've been doing, man. I think we're all excited about this, and I honestly think it's because we know what this team could be. We know what this team could be. A lot of us have talked about it. Salute to We Talk Mav. Salute to everybody in the chat. I mean, I know we got Div, Gina Kim, LUKAH MVP, Daniel. We got Colin Nix, my guy Knight. We got so many people, man, that's in our circles that talk Mavs basketball. That sometimes when I watch other people's shows, I'm like, Like, for example, I saw someone's show today, and there were, he posted it today. I don't want to say this YouTuber's name, but he was like, the Dallas Mavericks are playing better defense. They're showing that they could play defense. And I'm like, we've been talking about the Mavericks defense for since February, bro. Like, you know, like it just shows me who's watching the Mavs and who's not. And I think that plays into a lot of things. And it's not like I'm gatekeeping anything, but I do feel like in Mavs circles, to the Mavs outsiders, not the Mavs Outsider podcast, but like Mavs fans or casuals that don't know of the Mavs, in the inner circles, we've been talking about the Mavs defense for months now, you know? That's literally about to be 3 months ago. But no, we know what this team is capable of. We know what this team is. And that's why we have high expectations. We have high expectations because if this team could play up to their potential that we know that they are capable of, who knows, bro? Who knows where it could go, you know? So I'm just excited, man. And I hope all of y'all are just as excited as I am. There's so much to take from yesterday's game, which I'm about to get into all of that here in a second. Let me go ahead and bring up some stuff, right? I got my list. TGK's list of players he wants to talk about. Let me get this over here. Hold on. Interesting. Let's take a look at this. The dog's here. Sylvester's here chilling. And let me pull this up right here. All right, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a few things as far as like my... I hate when ESPN just automatically plays a video that I haven't pressed play on. So I'm gonna go over a few things that I want to talk about, my little agenda, and then I'm gonna open up the show, as you know, and let everybody come up here, and we could be able to talk about stuff like that. So again, I appreciate y'all being here. It means a lot. Leave a like on the video, tell a friend to tell a friend, send the video to a friend, share it. Again, just trying to grow this show as best as possible, man. And again, to be a member of this show, it is just 99 cents, so you could comment or come up on stage, all right? But again, since it is playoffs, I figure why not post this show available to everybody on the channel, but only the members could comment or come up on stage. And so that's why you could only comment if you're a member. Again, appreciate y'all, man. But I see we got Daniel. He signed up. Daniel is a member again, or a member for the first time. Appreciate you, Daniel. Means a lot. Hope you're having a good night tonight so far, man. And yeah, man, let's get into what I want to show y'all, dogs. Let's go. Let's see here. Right here. Yeah. All right. What the hell am I showing y'all? Let's go full. What was a win probability? It was Dallas the whole way, win probability. Okay. I don't like this. Go to box score. And the Lakers are beating the Nuggets. You don't say. Huh. Interesting. Okay. All right. So when you look at this box score, okay, you see James Harden. He was actually doing stuff out there, minus his 5 turnovers. He was a minus 21, but he gave them 21 points. He was 5 for 8 from 3, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 rebounds. I think he's been one of their more reliable players this playoff series. Zubac, same thing. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Terrence Mann, 2 points. Norman Powell, 21 points, a minus 11. How are you giving your team points and you're still a minus? It's just kind of crazy to me. But PJ Washington, man, what a great performance yesterday. He was plus 23 on the court. But I don't want to get into that. I think everyone has talked about it, and I think last night I said it on We Talk Mavs that I feel like Josh Green might go a little underappreciated in last night's game. And the reason I say that is because I feel like Josh Green, who played 25 minutes yesterday, was 3 from 5 from the field. He had 5 rebounds. He had 1 steal and 8 points. And I know, like, you're thinking, like, well, you know, what does that teach you, Kay? Like, it's not much, you know? Of course it ain't much. But you felt his impact. Pause. You felt what he was able to do. When he got out there, I just feel like in the playoffs, Josh Green's game is, you're able to, it's, how would I say, the playoff atmosphere helps Josh Green's game. And you couldn't say this against the Jazz 2 years ago, but I think Josh Green is in that mentality of, like, I don't give a F, right? And the way he was able to play, he's able to play physical. He's able to play into the passing lanes. I was just so how would I say? I was just so, what's the word? See, this is what happens when you have a vocabulary. You can't even figure out what word you want to say. Not enthused. I was just so, I'll say proud. For the lack of knowing the word I'm trying to say. I was just so proud about what Josh Green was giving us. Or encouraged. I was very encouraged. There we go. I was very encouraged with what Josh Green was giving us. You just can't buy that, man. You know, and he's gotten a lot of, like, flack. You know, he got the contract, which is still a good contract in my eyes. But there's been questions about whether we should trade him or not, and this and that. And I know there's going to be games where he doesn't have a great game. I know there's going to be games where people are going to be upset with him, but I don't know. If they continue to allow the players to play like this type of stuff is easy for Josh Green. You know, he even stated where the hit that Russell Westbrook hit him with, he was like, that's nothing, bro. I've been hit worse. You know, it's all a part of the game. And I'm just I'm happy to see him solidify himself in having a role. I know TSJ could have been out there in those minutes. Exum, not that he's regressed, but he hasn't been playing the best, right? He's had a couple of moments. But Josh Green, bro, he's the perfect player out there. Even for a small ball 5, they kept him out there with Kleba, PJ, Kyrie, and Luka. And Josh Green just looks the part, man. He looks the part. Again, he was 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. Like, Josh Green, guys, y'all remember what he did against the Jazz a couple of years ago? He could have get around Rudy Gobert. Not many people can, but he looked completely lost out there, right? So I just want to send salutes to Josh Green, man, and I hope he continues to do what he has been doing. And again, salute to Josh Green. Might not be a popular topic and segment that I just utilized on Josh Green, but again, I just want to give praise to what he has been doing for this Dallas Mavericks team, because we desperately need Josh Green to maintain what he's doing to keep us winning. Hold on. Where my stars at? There we go. Trying to keep the Midnight Mavness thing going here, you know. All right. I want to see some other stuff, like, right? I want to see what players did defensively. Let's go totals. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see Green. Ugh. Sylvester, tonight's not the night to play with the toys. Look at this. Not tonight, buddy. Makes too much noise. Get that toy. Get the other toy. There you go. All right. Oh, hold on. What the hell? Kareem is a member. Appreciate it, Kareem. Appreciate you, my guy. Daniel, I see your comment. I lost all respect for Russ. We're going to get into Russ here in a bit. Trust me. But damn, I don't know, Josh Green. They made 66.7% of shots against Josh Green. Ah, damn. I didn't know all that. But I don't know. It didn't even feel like it. You know what I'm saying? It did not feel like it. Let's see what Washington did last night. PJ Washington. Damn. Yeah. Okay, there's a big difference. And obviously it shows. Field goal attempts against PJ Washington. He defended 11 of them. And they shot 4 for 11 against PJ Washington last night. They shot 36% against him, bro. That's crazy. What about Luka? Luka Doncic? Hey, Luka's still playing defense, man. 15 field goal attempts he defended. They only shot 40%. They only made 6 of them on Luka Doncic. Let's see, Kyrie. They shot 37.5% against Kyrie. They only made 3 out of 8. Let's go with Jones. All right, let's go with Derrick Jones Jr. They made 50%. 5 out of 10 against him. Exum. What about Exum? They won 0 for 3 against Exum. What about Gafford? Oh, Gafford came to play yesterday, man. Gafford came to play. He was definitely my X factor going into game 2, and I felt like if he would have had another bad series, this would have been wraps for Mr. Daniel Gafford. And he played a great game and also a great defensive game with that incredible block on Paul George. Again, they shot 5 for 13 against Daniel Gafford for only 38.5%, man. Salute to Daniel Gafford, man. Salute. The rent was overdue, wasn't it? Rent was overdue, ladies and gentlemen. Rent was overdue. I think yesterday was such a big game for Gafford. They shot 50% against Lively. That's not bad either. But yeah, man, I think that was big for Gafford. So who knows what happens, man? If he has another stinker, that's it. Derek Lively's probably the starter for game 4, but Daniel Gafford was able to establish himself. I forgot who I talked to in the pregame show where we had talked about who could be if over under on dunks, like if we thought we could get 5 dunks in the game, and I had said we were gonna get over. Oh boy, we got over 10 quick in that first half, but it was great to see Daniel Gafford get reestablished into the starting lineup. And again, rent was due, guys. Rent was due. Let me see what Daniel Gafford shot. Daniel Gafford was 4 for 5 from the field, man. Instead of telling you, how about I show you? All right. Here we go. So Daniel Gafford, he was 4 for 5 from the field. Only 4 rebounds, which is a little odd, but 2 steals and 3 blocks. 8 points, plus 9. That's great, man. That's great. I'm just saying, man. Like that was great in comparison to the first game and the second game. He was actually playable, Actually playable. Another thing I want to look at, man. I want y'all to see this, right? Let's take a look at the team stats. Take a look at this team stats. We're going to look at this and see if there's something that sticks out to you, okay? Let's see. The Mavericks shot 45% from the field. The Clippers shot 45% from the field. The Mavericks shot 25% from 3. The Clippers shot 34% from 3. The same free throws were given. They had 20 free throws to our 19. Rebounds, they had more rebounds than us. Assists, we had 2 more assists than them. Steals, we had 12 to their 5. We had 7 blocks to their 4. Total turnovers was 19 to 9. Points off turnovers was 29 to 14. Fast break points in the paint. Points in the paint was a big disparity, but the amount of fouls called on the Clippers is kind of like, hey, yeah, it makes sense. So out of all that, right, what stuck out to y'all? To me, what stuck out to me is the field goals attempted. We got 86 field goals attempts. We had 16 more shot opportunities than the Clippers. We made 7 more, right? But those are key. And why did we get 16 more shot opportunities? Well, it's not that hard to go and take a look here. We had 11 offensive rebounds. So for the most part, you're going to get another shot opportunity at the very minimum. So that's more field goals, right? But then you look at the steals. You had 12 steals and 3 extra blocks over their blocks. So they had 5 steals. We had 12. They had 4 blocks. We had 7. Those are extra possessions. And that all stems to the defense, right? When the defense... let me switch the music, right? Let's go with this. When the defense is playing the way it's been playing, man, it's going to give you other opportunities. So as inefficient as we were, because we were pretty inefficient from 3. We shot 25% from 3, bro. Like, you shouldn't... Holy shit. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me stop the show right quick. Whoa.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Kareem, what the hell? My God. You didn't have to, bro. You didn't have to, but damn. Wow. That is the biggest super chat I've ever gotten on here. Damn, man. Thank you. What the hell? Wow. $40 super chat, man. He says, "Sup, TGK? Keep up all the great work, man. How do you feel about our poor 3-point shooting this series? We need that to go back up some at some point in the playoffs versus OKC, Nuggets, etc. I'm still not worried though. Mavs in 5, Mavs fan for life. Man, bro, thank you. Kareem, you're gonna have to hit me up and let me know which sound effect you want, because that is a crazy super chat, man. Again, damn, I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't even know what to say. What I will say though, to answer your question, yeah, I do think our 3-point shooting is a little bit of an issue, but because of our defense, the way we've been defending, it gives the Mavericks that it grants them the freedom to fail, right? Hey, let's go back to the Jason Kidd perspective and mindset and method. I can't even say the word methodology, some shit like that. Anyway, when you have great defense and you can play great defense consistently, yeah, you can have a poor shooting night and still win, and that's amazing to have, right? Those are things we could have never relied on a Luka-led team to have poor shooting nights and expect to win. Bro, Luka had how many points last night? If I'm correct, it was like 21. Let me see. Luka had 22 points last night, and the Mavericks won a playoff game. Luka had 22 points last night, and the Mavs won a playoff game. So, as far as 3-point shooting, I do think that needs to be addressed, but I do have it as a topic that I need to get into. And the topic that I want to get into is it comes down to Luka's efficiency and the Clippers defense. But Kareem, appreciate it, man. That is a big time super chat, man. And again, you didn't have to do it, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you. That's wild. That's wild. Appreciate it, man. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Woo. All right. Where do I go from here? Shit. Where do I go from here? All right. My fault. Okay, I wanted to talk about Luka's efficiency and the Clippers defense, right? So what I noticed is they're attacking Luka. They're attacking him from like when he's on his pick and roll and he's attacking downward pressure. The centers are kind of playing off a bit, but they're not playing off enough to where Luka could just pull up and shoot, because that's really not his style. It's not his style to pull up and shoot. So maybe I feel like we need to make this game easier for Luka. Not because he can't do what he does. I mean, he almost had a triple-double yesterday, for crying out loud, right? But I'm always thinking of ways to maximize Luka's productivity. He's such a mastermind with the basketball, just in basketball in general. His IQ is off the charts. that I feel like, why don't we make this game easier for him than always putting him in pick and rolls, right? I think the pick and rolls that we do the hell am I saying? The pick and rolls that we do perform, either we need to make them a little bit higher, right? Because if the center is going to play drop coverage, that way Luka could then just come off of that pick and be able to shoot the rock. They're doing the pick and roll a little bit close to the three to where it's not enough space to just, comfortably release that three. So then he starts driving downhill, right? And Russell Westbrook, to his credit, Russ was very aggressive with him. I think he was given the flexibility and the leash, so to speak, to hack Luka and bother him defensively. Russ was getting away with a lot of stuff. I didn't like it one bit, but it worked. It made Luka uncomfortable. He dropped Luka on the ground and made him bust his knee. So I think what the Mavericks need to do is they need to come up with something more efficient and more effective. What they did in Game 2 I thought was great, and they didn't even pull it out in Game 3. Pause. And that's posting up Luka. I think posting up Luka and having Kyrie be the passing guy, like the guy that passes in the rock to Luka, I think that's going to be key for this team. And I just want to see it a little bit more, right? Like if he has 100% pick and roll type of offense, why not take away 12% of that pick and roll offense and give it to post-ups against mismatches? I think a post-up against Russ, a post-up against Kawhi, a post-up against Paul George, a post-up against Harden. You could damn near name every single Clipper, and I think it's an advantage for Luka. And the moment that they bite, like if Kyrie Mans comes and doubles Luka, who's open? Kyrie. And I think that offense is so simple, and it's easier for Luka. So I feel we need to find a way to get back to what we did in Game 2, not exclusively just do it over and over and over, but here and there, make the offense easier for Luka. Like I always say, if Luka's at the perimeter, everyone can see him. If Luka's posting up, people have to look around and find him. And when you have to look around to find a offensive weapon like Luka, it makes the defense even more vulnerable to points. Because say Luka's posting up and then Derek Lively or Gafford's man leaves to go help and double Luka, Luka's just gonna throw it up, right? Easy bucket right there. Say he's posting up and at the top of the perimeter, Kyrie man comes down to help against Luka. Luka just kick it out to Kyrie, easy three. It is just easy offense that it blows my mind that we don't use it enough. So I would like to see that, because at the end of the third quarter, Luka was chucking up shots. He was chucking up a lot of inefficient threes. He was 7 for 25. He wasn't the greatest yesterday. I'm not here to criticize Luka. I love what he does. I love what he did. But I'm thinking of it from a perspective that we need to be more efficient, and we need to set up Luka for more success rather than more failures, right? I understand Jason Kidd wants to learn from failures. This ain't the time, bro. Make the game easier for Luka and post them up, because the Clippers defense is having an impact on them. And the one thing they aren't able to figure out is how to deal with them in the post up. Keep utilizing it, keep attacking them with it, and keep making this offense easier for Luka Doncic, man. That's my 2 cents on that. Talked about PJ. Let me I want to start getting guests in here, getting them prepped, because I got one more thing I want to go over. So for those that want to hop on the show, the link is below. Definitely jump on here and be in the background. I'll bring you up as soon as I can. But the next topic I do want to talk about is Mr. Kyrie Irving.
The Picasso of the paint, able to levitate.
Shout out to Kyrie Irving, man. One thing that I love that he did, man, besides PJ posing on the Clippers, and besides Russell Westbrook with his antics and going all crazy, right? I think these are things that we all know about, so I didn't want to spend too much time talking about it. But PJ, that dog, man, he a dog. But Kyrie, I think Kyrie, what he was able to do in at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, it gave you a sense of calm, a sense of like, we're gonna be all right. When the Clippers were making that final push, making that final attempt to make a comeback in the game. Kyrie just kept hitting him with daggers and crazy acrobatic shots and even stylish and flashy shots. Like he hit him with a mini sham god, and it was just disgusting. But I think Kyrie Irving, bro, he is a cool, calm, veteran presence that even if he only had 2 points going into the end of the third quarter, he still finished with 21. Why is that? Well, it's because he's cool, calm, and collected. Someone of his stature, he's like, I'm going to get my points at some point, right? But I want to get the rest of the team involved. And Kyrie picks his spots, man. I think a player like that lets you know that they're fully confident. A player of Kyrie's stature that plays like that in the clutch lets you know how confident they are in their skill set and their capabilities, that they don't need to score all game. Now, would I love for us to get Kyrie involved early in the game? Yes. I would love that, but I was very encouraged by how he was able to just show up in the third and fourth quarter and seal the deal. So salute to Kyrie, man, the cool, calm veteran. Who would have thought that would be the case with Kyrie? But happy to have him on the team, man, and I just think it's awesome, bro. All right, man. So that does it for all of my stuff. As you can see, I had a whole list. Josh Green, rent was overdue. Luka efficiency, want to make it more efficient for him. PJ's dominance on defense, as you saw, they shot 37% against him. Clippers' impact on Luka, again, they're muddying it up. They're making it difficult for him. Make it easier. Put him in the post. Kyrie, cool, calm, collective. And then I want to talk about Game 4, but I want to talk about Game 4 with the people in the stage below. But before we get there, man, let me go ahead and kick it off to the LUKAH Lounge. You already know how this goes. We're about to enter LUKAH Lounge and bring the guest on the show. All right, man, my first guest over here in the background. We got Mr. Big J in the building. There we go. What's up, Big J?
What's going on, man?
Hey, where you at? You in the club or something?
No, what you talking about?
Your mic sounded a little different today. It sounded like you were in the environment out there.
Nah.
Okay. How you doing, bro? What's up, man?
Pretty good. I was watching these Lakers try not to get swept, but it's all right.
Are they getting swept? I thought they were.
Nah, they came back. They came back and won at the last, but I think this probably gonna be that only game they win.
Damn. Hey, man. Well, whatever keeps the Nuggets to continue playing, that's gonna be helpful for our cause when we see them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on. Look at it. We got a new member up in here. Juan Romo just became a member. Appreciate it, Juan. Appreciate it, man. Let me read your comment real quick. He says, "Is DJ and PJ better than Dodo?" Oh, what do you think, Big J?
Yeah. But the thing is, PJ has already shown, even before he came here, he was showing he could put up numbers. He just has to get his offense settled in. But I mean, he already contributes more offensively than Dodo, and I think he's a better defender than Dodo. Dodo just could defend bigger dudes, but I think PJ is more athletic.
Yeah, facts. I agree. All right, man. Hang tight, Big J. Let me go ahead and bring some other folks up here. Then we'll bring us all together for the roundtable convo. But let me turn this music down a little bit more. Put it to 1%. Can I put it to 1? Yeah, there we go. All right, man. Hang in there, though. Hang in there. We got Master Fame in the building. What's up, Master Fame? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Aren't the vibes different when you get a W?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I just thought Jason Kidd, man, he really put leather to ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Ty Lue, man. He looks like he's lost, man. It looks, I mean, from my perspective, at least, it looks like Jason Kidd's just kind of, he knows what button he's about to press, and he's like, okay, I got to counter for that. So, team is humming right now. So, I mean, I can't see us losing another game this series.
Do we want to go there? Do we want to be that cocky? You know what I'm saying? Or is this like,
well,
you just don't see it? You don't see the Clippers being able to beat us.
Well, because one, I haven't seen anything on Kawhi yet. Any update? I'm assuming that he's gonna play because I feel like they're kind of freaking out right about now. I'm hoping he plays because the more he plays, the better it is for us, because it really kills their offense. And you remember before the series started, I picked Mavs in 5. So I mean, we're still right there on schedule for me to get that prediction.
I hope so, man. I hope so. All right, hang tight, Master Fam. Let me get the next guest up here, then we'll get the round table going. We got Mr. Div in the building. Hold on, let me hit a Div's sound effect. What's up, Div? How you doing?
Not much. I'm gonna say shout out to the guy that gave you $40. That was pretty sweet.
Man, that was crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Nice to see. Yesterday I was like, I feel like I've been doing something wrong with the pregame show. Like I feel like not that it's bad or anything, but I was like, I'm missing something, right? So I was like, and I know why. I've been working like crazy, so I haven't been able to prep like I want to. So today I was able to prep for the show, and you saw I was able to start it and have real good points. But I'm like, but then to see that, it's like, all right.
Are you a perfectionist?
Yeah, I am, bro.
Yeah, that's
I am, man. So Kareem just like reassured me, bro. Like it was crazy, man. Sometimes you see signs, and it's not about the money, right? But it's just like that was just crazy in itself. And I'm like, I'm very fortunate to be doing this show and people care to watch. So
I gotta tell you,
your mic is going out. Can't hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, barely. It's like you're under a pillow.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, sorry. So I was gonna say I was watching the Laker-Denver game, and I've been watching quite a few of those games, and I gotta be honest with you, man. Denver, they're not looking good, man. They're shooting horrible. They're still winning because the Lakers suck, but I mean, they're just not looking good at all. I think they might be out in the second round against Minnesota. I think Minnesota will beat them.
Hey, they've been playing some good basketball, man. But I ain't gonna lie, Div. I've been so focused on the Mavs that I don't watch anything else.
I have been, and I'll tell you, Minnesota looks good, man. It's kind of scary. Yeah, but I'll let you bring the next guy on.
All right. Well, it's not a guy, Div. It is Nancy. What's up, Nancy? How you doing?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. How you feeling today on a Mavs 2-1 aftermath Saturday?
Oh, I think it's awesome. You know, the only thing is, I just I don't want to see us take the foot off the gas. You know, because I don't want us to get complacent at all. We have an early game. We don't always play that well. I mean, the chemistry is through the roof, absolutely through the roof for the team. It kind of intrigued me because I think Jason Kidd's been doing an awesome job. Let's give credit where credit's due. But it intrigued me that he made the comment when somebody brought up Josh Green and how well he played, and you know, he agreed with that, and he said, you know, we got people out, he's stepping up. And I'm like taking a deep breath going, please, Timmy should not be coming back soon and taking his minutes, you know, because that's flash went through my mind as he was saying that. I just hope that we don't see less of Josh, because now that the game is so physical, when he's so that energized bunny, he brings a lot to the team, and they're letting him play. Where before he would have been getting silly fouls and everything else. I'm just really liking the fact that they're letting them play now. You know, the part that wasn't as exciting because when the games were so far out of control with just scoring, that's not fun to watch. It doesn't, it's, you want to see defense. You know what I'm saying? I was funny because I listened to a few minutes of the Clippers, and they were asking Paul George why he couldn't get going. Yes, he was in foul trouble, and his remark, and I like PG. I like all those guys. I have mad respect for them, but I just want to say I think it's kind of funny that a little of the narrative out there, and this is not from them, it's just even fan bases is, Kawhi's hurt, he's the superstar. All of a sudden, how do you expect them to win? And I'm like, wait, hello, excuse me. Nobody had any sympathy for the Mavs when we had Kyrie out, D Live out, Exum out. That's one of the main reasons why Luka didn't win his MVP. Because of where we placed in the standings, and now all of a sudden it's becoming we're making excuses for all the teams that have their main guys out, and that's the narrative when nobody cared when we were pretty much decimated, and so it was just funny. He said, well, I thought we were playing playoff basketball, meaning we were letting us play, and he ended up with 5 fouls. But when we were in LA, our guys were in foul trouble.
Yep. It's so funny how, and I understand PJ was talking about like it's a mental thing for him. He was in his head and this and that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to hear it. They were trying to gift wrap Game 2 to the Clippers. I don't want to hear it. But Nancy, let me go and bring everybody up here. I see we got 2 other guests in here, but let me just bring everybody in here.
Sure.
And then let me chit chat right quick with DV. What's up, DV? What's up, man?
What up?
How you doing, bro? What's going on tonight? How you feeling being up 2-1 against the Clippers?
Feeling good, man. Obviously, a few people might have seen. Obviously, apologies for falling asleep on the members only, and I'm sure I fell asleep for one of these TGK shows also.
Yeah. When I hear snoring, I'm like, that's a bit of a sticky one still.
But anyway, man, Mavs in 5.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
So how you feeling today, though, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. Game day tomorrow.
Yeah. Right,
I ain't really worried about the early time because Clippers struggle with early time also, so they just came out better last time. I expect us to win this game.
Hell yeah, man. I see we got playoff Kyrie over here, Mr. MVP Luka. What's up, Chris?
What's up, y'all? Hey, the hype just for like the series right now, the show, like you're doing Midnight Mavness on the eve of Game 4, up on the Clippers 2-1. I mean, this got to be the hypest it's been all season, even with the Pravi MVP, the 16-2. Those lobs at the last game me and you went to, and to think that the hype is all built up to this moment right here. And so I do have to agree with what Nancy was saying earlier is about keeping the foot on the pedal. Look, Mavs fans, myself, we are feeling ourselves right now, and deservedly so. This has been a long time coming. It's nice to be a Mavs fan and have your chest out a little bit and see the guys rolling right now. But at the same time, the Clippers got some ballers over there, and they got a team that's probably going to try to show some pride tomorrow. So the idea of the Mavs not having one of those first quarters where they're kind of asleep, a little early tip-off kind of, but to come out and have that intensity from the jump. I'm going to be in the building tomorrow with little man. My son's going to be with me, and we're going to be going crazy. I don't know what we're doing, but every time Russ touches the ball, I'm expecting everybody to go crazy on him because, I mean, he's the villain. PJ going to get a standing O because that dude became a Dallas legend overnight.
Yep.
Now, look, they got to win the series, though, and go on this run, and that moment's going to mean a lot more if they come out and handle business tomorrow, man. So it's going to be loud. I hope that, I didn't see everybody wearing the shirts.
What was that? What was
What are
that
you saying,
arena like
Master
last
Frank?
night?
I was not at the game
What was
last
that
night.
arena like last night?
I would love to hear. Was
Oh, you did?
anybody at I didn't go. I haven't talked to anybody except for see people posting on Twitter about their experience, but I imagine it was great. It looked like maybe not everybody was rocking the shirts. You know, those first 10 rows, man,
They weren't.
it's just so much it's just so much corporate money that's had those seats locked up for a long time. But I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna do my best. I've been known to boo the Mavs and to give J Kidd the business at different times and done it loudly. I'm gonna try to outdo all of that because if that's the energy I'm giving when they're losing, man, when they're rolling, and TGK's been to a game with me, I'm going wild when they're winning. We're going wild tomorrow. My section, I'm responsible for my section. If you're at the game, you're responsible for your section. It's your responsibility to make sure that your section is like a Slovenia soccer game and everybody's going bonkers wild.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad you mentioned that, and I see a lot of comments right now. They're talking about prime time in Europe. Luka's gonna take us to 3-1. Gina Kim talking about she's kind of worried about the early time because I know the Mavs can be starting off slow. I think I've seen it somewhere. I think some other people have talked about the early game tomorrow. Here's what I will say, guys. They literally just played last night a very physical and taxing game where they had to travel home. Well, the Clippers had to travel to Texas, right? They lost 2 hours. They played against the Mavericks, who are sleeping in their home beds. They're all comfortable. They're all pissed off still, and they're flexing on these guys now. These guys, they're old, man. They're Hall of Famers, but they're old in comparison to the Mavs. It's not like we're playing Sunday night. If we play Sunday night, I would have been like, this game might be close. This game tomorrow, I tweeted out, last night was an appetizer. Tomorrow's a massacre, bro. I think tomorrow might be the night where the Mavericks' three-point woes come to fruition and they actually start knocking down shots. But I just don't think the Clippers are going to be able to recover fast enough to make that quick of a turnaround to play on a Sunday afternoon game. So if there's anyone I'm worried about coming out hot on the afternoon, it's going to be the Clippers, because the Mavericks, they handled business against the Thunder on a Sunday afternoon as well. So I could see them doing the same thing against the Clippers. So, you know, for everyone that might be concerned, I wouldn't be too much concerned. Kawhi Leonard in the post game, he wasn't too sure about his knee inflammation. He was kind of like, you know, on the edges with the answers about his knee. So we'll see. But it just seems like they are not a team right now, as they were not defending Russell Westbrook doing all his antics yesterday. So that's my 2 cents for tomorrow's game.
Or Terrence Mann.
Or Terrence Mann. Yeah. Or Terrence Mann.
Hey, what do you think the vibe's going to be like, though, with, like, imagine you're on the Clippers and you've seen it in person, you've seen the memes, you saw it went crazy on social media. Is PJ standing there like that and letting you have it? How do you respond if you're on the Clippers? Like, you probably want to get chippy to start the game, and I can't imagine that that's going to go unchecked. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I'm on the Clippers, bro, like, PJ's catching one during the game for sure.
Yeah, but I also
go ahead, Nancy. Go ahead.
I don't want to see us get involved with stuff like that too much. That was awesome. Love PJ. I love the fact that he defended Luka, but that also could have went very sideways and gave them the energy. You know, you've seen where a coach has gone crazy, got a technical left, and his team comes back to win. We were in a good place, you know, but I also read somewhere in the comment section that after all that craziness happened and it all went well, they said they heard Kyrie in the huddle, calming everybody down, getting everybody back grounded, you know, because stuff like that can go really sideways, but not necessarily in your favor. Yes, Westbrook did what he did, and he accomplished what, but also a lot of that came from frustration. I'm not defending him in any way, you know, or any of that kind of stuff, but that's what happens when you get chippy, you know what I'm saying? And it gets physical. You know, when you're not playing well, your frustration's going to come out, and it's going to come out against the other guys. And the most hysterical part of all that is is PJ just kept laughing at him. You know, and the more he laughed, I think the more that made him crazy.
Yep. I see we got King Dog down here. Is this King from We Talk Mavs or King someone else?
King someone else.
What's up, King? How you doing, man?
Not much, bro. What's going on, TGK? What up, everybody?
Hold on. We got one half of We Talk Mavs in the building. King Stradamus, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, King? How you feeling today on a 2-1 Saturday, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling over here. It's late night on the East Coast. Getting ready for this game tomorrow. You know how it is.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I do know how it is. Having lived over there. Nah, I'm playing. I never lived over there.
Nah, I'm just whatever. I hear everybody excited about the game and all tomorrow. Everybody getting excited, and it's making me calm down a little bit. I don't know why. It's like, I guess the opposite. It's like everybody getting too excited now, and I'm kind of worried.
Yeah,
Somebody's got to lock in.
Yeah.
I actually think they're a mess, man. I think the Clippers are a mess right now. They don't know.
Yeah, I think we have their heart.
Yeah.
We're done with them, Div. It's just that it's just that once I was sitting over there saying this is great for so long, and everybody's saying this is great, and I'm like, is it really great? Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead, BJ.
So, after what happened with Westbrook yesterday, I haven't heard anything for sure from the NBA. Does anybody think that he might be suspended? I mean, I know they had the altercation with Luka and with PJ, but I think him pushing the ref was the thing that could probably get him suspended.
I haven't heard anything, and if that would have been the case, we would have heard about it by now. Before
That's what I was going to say, TGK. I think we'd have heard it by now.
Yeah.
There was a rumor earlier today, but they said that was just a rumor so far.
Let me see, because that stuff would have broke, you know.
Well, I posted on Twitter. I was like, man, it's gonna hit whenever that suspension comes through, and everybody was like, nah, let him play. He's garbage. He can't make anything. We want him on the court. We don't want somebody to take his minutes. I don't know.
I don't want him hurting anybody. I don't want him hurting anybody though. He's playing wild right now.
That's what I'm saying.
The part I don't get is how they didn't kick him out of the game after that Josh Green one. That's crazy, man. If you could do that to a player.
That should have been a flagrant too. I don't know how that was a flagrant one.
I have no idea, man. Yeah. I don't know what they were looking at.
Because he wound up and went for the head.
I mean, if they didn't kick out Embiid either, so
yeah. No, I just saw the report, and I think the rumors came from the fake Adrian Wojnarowski Twitter page, because the fake one said that he was suspended.
So expect him to play.
Yeah, he's gonna play tomorrow.
It's cool. I think Kawhi wants to play again, right?
Kawhi said he wants to play, but he said he's not sure.
Yeah, I just feel like Russ was too heavy on the antics yesterday. Like I said on We Talk Mavs last night, I think that was just a reflection of what that team thinks they are. Like, they probably think they just can't compete with the Mavs, and they were showing their insecurities in a way, and it was being shown through Russ and through Man. Like, why would you, as Terrence Mann, why would you go up to PJ and be like, stop looking at my bench? And then, like, the natural thing to do is, like, I'm going to look at your bench again. Like, what you going to do about it? Like, they're cooked, bro. They're a cooked product, man.
Yeah, that made no sense.
They're kind of coming unglued.
Yeah. 1,000%.
I think a lot of that was that you're looking at a bunch of fragile egos. A lot of these guys that think, they keep talking about the 4 Hall of Famers, but Westbrook he's got the credentials because of the MVP and the triple-double season, but he hasn't won anything. He's been on a ton of losing teams, and he's not accomplished anything except for the MVP. Harden always shrinks during the playoffs historically, so he hasn't accomplished anything. That narrative has been hanging over his head. I think you have a bunch of dudes that haven't done anything except for Kawhi get together.
Yeah. And then, what was crazy about yesterday's game is I know we're giving a lot of credit to the Mavs defense, which is definitely deserved. And but I think seeing Paul George only get 7 points was crazy to me. He only had 7. Kawhi Leonard still gave you 9 and 9, which 9 is still pretty bad for Kawhi, right? But Paul George getting 7, Westbrook getting 1 point, Harden getting 21 and Kawhi getting 9, that just goes to the defense one, because a lot of the time, if you're looking at the way the Clippers play basketball, they play a lot more isolation hero ball than you would
Yep.
think the Mavericks do. And yes, Luka was doing a lot of isolation hero ball in the third, but they do it all game. It's, you know how they be talking about how Luka and Harden are the same, and Luka just holds the ball. Well, Harden does that worse, bro. Like, so it just, I don't know, man. The defense has been amazing. Gafford having that resurgence and being able to actually play was big yesterday. So shout out to the defense, man. It's just been crazy.
TGK, I'm actually surprised and a little, I don't want to say proud, but like James Harden, I feel like has been their best player on their team. And
one of the most
him
consistent
and
ones.
Biggest
Zubac.
threat.
yeah,
He's
really
big
him.
threat.
He
Him and
helping
Zubac.
Zubac. And if it was like James Harden is playing his role, I may not like his game, the way he
Yeah.
plays, but he's playing his role. He's supposedly playing perfectly for the Clippers right now at this point in his career. Nobody else is helping him out. It's like, wow, James Harden, the best player on their team, only one holding it down. That's wild. I never would have thought that.
You know what I think it is too? I think
I
we have a
agree
harder
with you,
time.
Ken.
I was gonna say I think we have a harder time with passing teams, right? Like the Golden State and things like that, right? Their style of play, and I think the Clippers play into our hands in a way with their style because they are more one-on-one, and it's easier to defend that, especially if you have big centers. At one time when we were losing to them, we didn't have any good centers, so they could easily play the one-on-one game, blow by a guy, and they easily go against a shitty center.
You know what also helps, Div, is not doubling every single player
Yeah.
that we've done all season. And the reason for that is because of this comment right here. Luka's a way better defender than Harden, but Luka's a way better defender right now in these playoffs. Like, this is a Luka defensive masterclass. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought game 2, I was like, damn, I'm proud of what Luka did. And then game 3, I'm like, he's still shutting these dudes down. So it's just when you don't have to double off of every single player and then have to run this hedge and recovery defense every single time, it makes the defense that's already pretty difficult to deal with even more difficult to deal with. So Luka's that difference maker on the defensive end, in my opinion.
Hey, yo, I had another thing I was thinking about too, though. You know the difference in the first game and the other games, like you talked about Harden. Remember, I think before we had the first game, I talked about one of my concerns was that Harden Zubac pick and roll, and when Leonard's not there, they rely heavily on it, and that's how they were killing us in the first game. That's why Zubac went off. If Leonard plays, they try and let Leonard get into the offense, and that slows everything else down for them. And I think that works to our benefit. So I hope he does play, even though he's hobbled. I think people thinking, oh, he's slowing defense down because he's hobbled, but I think it's because they go away from what worked against us when he's on the court because they're trying to defer to him.
Oh yeah, and honestly, like the defense that they played in that second quarter in game 1, like how long was that going to work, right? Like, it worked in game 2, and I think a lot of it was a lot of jitters. The team just looked nervous in that game 1, and ever since then, like they snapped out of it. So I know they're playing really good defense on Luka. They are making it difficult for him. They are giving the liberties of foul him and hack him. But again, like I said earlier, like if they're able to make the game simpler for Luka, then the Clippers defense has no shot at doing anything to them. So
Well,
I don't
hold
know,
on.
man.
TGK, do you actually believe that they've been playing good defense on Luka? I personally think Luka's just been off with a shot. I think that's
I think both things can be true.
Yeah, I think he's been off because honestly, he's getting the shots he wants. He just can't make them. That's
Yeah, but
They've been contested.
Yeah, he makes
yeah,
those usually though.
Yeah,
I see
we also
Luka.
gotta go ahead,
I
Master
see,
Fan.
I see Luka when he's like he starts driving into the paint and he usually does that little step back midi and stuff. He stops and then like has to like look to where to pass only on his pivot foot. And I haven't seen Luka do that as many times as he done it this series.
Yeah,
And the one thing I wanted to say, DV, you'll go right after me, bro. The one thing I wanted to say is like, I know it's kind of hard to give the opposing team some credit, right? But when Luka is shooting 7 for 25, at some point, as someone that has a microwave ability like Luka. At some point, you kick out of it, right? He wasn't able to snap out of it, and he's been really inefficient all 3 games. So at this point, it has been a trend that they've been good defensively on him. Russell Westbrook has made it difficult for him because he has been allowed to foul him and be super aggressive with him. That's why I'm saying if they're able to make it easier for him and post him up more and allow him to not be so reliant on having to cross somebody over, right? Because they're playing drop coverage, so their goal is to keep him out of the paint as much as possible and make him shoot contested step backs. I think that's a smart strategy. So the Clippers defense has been pretty solid on Luka. That's what I'm saying. If they can make it easier for him, then it's a wrap, bro.
Yeah, and since they're playing zone, that's why I think Kyrie is so important because Kyrie, because if you do a drop on him, then he can do the pull up 3, and then the defense has to respect him, and then he can go in the middle of the defense. He can do a mid range. He can go to the rim. So as long as he's doing that, then it opens up for Luka, because then they have to worry about, oh wait, if we go drop, then Kyrie's there also. So
I think with Kyrie though, I think the reason they double him and they don't Luka is because the big guy, the center in the middle, Kyrie could blow by that first guy if he was 1-on-1, just with his handles alone. He'll just blow by him, and then he knows the center is trash, so the center has to help. And as soon as he helps, now you leave our center open, so Kyrie could pass it to him, or he could take a midi, right? And then he'll easily score that shit, right? So I think they know we got to double Kyrie because we got to get it out of his hand. Plus, if you double him, if your guys are bigger, it's harder for him to pass to the teeth in the middle of by the foul free throw line, right? Which is a deadly pass to make, which is why Luka is shitty to double, because he puts it in the middle, and now they're literally got to sit inside the key waiting to see where you pass, and somebody's going to get an open shot.
Yeah, I think for the it's something we've been talking about, I think, since Kyrie's been here, which is what do they do out of the double team when they trap Luka and make Luka give up the ball, or now if they're doing it to Kyrie, where's that next pass going, right? And I remember before Kyrie got traded, seeing something on Twitter that was like, oh, you're not going to ever be able to double Luka anymore, because if he gets it to Kyrie out of the double team, now Kai's going to turn around and play 4-on-3 basketball, and it's just a bucket every time. So I think that is something that the Mavs still haven't quite figured out yet, is so much out of the double team, it's going to the high post. It's going to somebody at the free throw line like D-Live or Gafford or somebody, or PJ or whoever, catching it there, and then it usually ends up into a corner 3 off of that. And I think there's still something to unlock.
I think that's
punishing them more when they double Luka or Kyrie.
I think that's a Jason Kidd decision. He wants Kyrie in the corner on those, so he takes the 3-pointer after the passes are made. That's what he's doing on purpose. I know what you're saying. What he should be doing then is having Kyrie play to the side of Luka, so closer to Luka, instead of being in the corner on that play. But then they'll attack. Kyrie then gets the ball, he'll be attacked, and then whoever gets it after is less likely to make it. So I think that's why he's doing it this way. He doesn't want the other guys to be the last shot, because then teams might go for that. But if you have Kyrie in the corner, he can end up with the ball at any time on those plays.
Well, I think specifically like when Kyrie's not getting the 3, I just think there's some more creativity and some more innovation that could unlock this a little bit more, especially when they go stagnant at certain times in the game, and somebody has the ball for 20 seconds and there's not a lot of movement. But I mean, that's just little things, that you could point at, and we were just on topic talking about it, but overall, the Mavs are playing great, and I even have to give it up to Jay Kidd, right? Which I don't like to do very often, but the defense that he has this team playing, him and the coaching staff, is fan-freaking-tastic. Like, just amazing, the chemistry on this team. There's so much about, he's the only coach that doesn't have a tech, and just how passive he can be at times, and how maybe he does his style work. But the chemistry on this team, I have to give a lot of credit to, some of the guys on the team, but coach and the environment they've created, and everything's humming right now. and the hype is just at an all-time high for me since I've been in the fan base, anyways, and just really, really excited for what this team could do because it feels special right now. It feels like the Mavs are on the cusp or on the brink with maybe the best player on planet Earth right now. Arguably, probably. With the way he's playing defense, my man's the best player on planet Earth right now. And to be partnered with Kyrie and these big guys, there's something special happening right now, and it's just really cool to be a part of it.
I'd love to see them get Exum involved a little bit and get him a few baskets, give him some confidence, because you're going to, as things roll along, you're going to need him. He is a decent three-point shooter, and right now he just feels lost out there. I just, even when he's out there and doing like his thing, he doesn't look comfortable. Not like he was toward, huh?
He looks like he wants to defer every time. He's not.
Yes, exactly. And that's not, I mean, everybody kept talking about how him playing in Europe and those big stadiums prepared him for this. But from the second that he's stepped into the playoffs, yes, that first game, like TGK said, everybody looked really tense and tight. And it took to the third quarter for everybody to start get comfortable. We had a lot of rookies. People haven't played in the playoffs. That this was a huge stage for them. But I think as time goes along, I'm not even talking about games. I'm talking quarters. You can see our team growing before your eyes, quarter by quarter, and I just really wish they would maybe do something to get him rolling, give him some baskets to get him going.
You know what? I think what you were saying, what we've been missing is we're not attacking the rim outside of Kyrie and Luka. I think between Exum, Green, PJ, DJ, those guys need to be doing more slashing, especially if the threes aren't dropping. Because when we start just settling for threes and we miss 2, 3, 4, 5 threes in a row, then everybody's confidence goes down. You got to get that ball. You got to see that ball go in the hole. And I think the best way to do it is to attack it. Worst case scenario, you might get a call, but you might score.
Can I show y'all this highlight right quick? Let me show y'all this. So, as you can see right here, Kyrie's over here by the crypto.com sign. Luka's posting up Harden right here. So as you'll see, they got 7 seconds on the clock, right? So Luka's starting his post up. You see Russ, he has to turn around to see where Luka's at. Leonard, he has to look left to see where Luka's at. Paul George has his back to PJ Washington. And look at Norman. He's not even looking at DJJ. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, they, instead of being at the top of the perimeter where the line of sight is easier, they have to look all the way across the court to see where he's at. And so then he's about to take a couple of dribbles. And look, everyone is still looking at him. Okay? I just don't understand why we're not utilizing this more. And look, soon as Russ bites, here, he just bit. Luka wasted no time already passing it because the momentum is different. Russ is going to have to land going left and then come right back right, but the ball's already out. The ball's already out. Kyrie's already in the shooting stance, and you see where the hell Russ is at, right? Big time difference right there. It makes this such an easy shot, and Luka wasted no effort in getting this done. Here's another one. I think that was a 649. Let me show y'all this one. So here, Luka's posting up again. He's posting up Harden. Again, he's getting doubled right here. Russ is coming in. Luka's going to go through the double. But you see who's open? Leonard has to come up and guard Kyrie. PJ Washington's going to be open, and it looks like I believe Powell's going to have to come up to guard PJ. And I like my chances with Powell versus PJ, right? So he comes up, kicks it to PJ. PJ could have kicked it to Kleba, but at that time I wasn't confident with Kleba's shot. So I'm glad he faked it. But then right here, you got an isolated situation with Powell. So he takes Powell off the dribble because he had the left wide open. You know what? That was a great fake pass because it forced Zubac to come out. So then PJ is able to go in there, take a two-step power drop, and then pump fake it, go right back up, make an easy little bucket. And you see where Luka didn't have to do much to get that stuff accomplished. So that's what I'm saying. I think if the Mavericks are able to make this a lot easier for Luka, put him in a post, utilize him, I just think the offense flows a lot better in certain situations. You don't have to always be the pick and roll guy.
I just wanted to say something real quick about the Dante Exum thing. uh, I think, I mean, from what I've seen, is that he sees everybody in the game playing so physical, and he seems to get called these very ticky-tack touch fouls. He'll get like 2 within like 3 minutes, and then it's like, he gets so frustrated because it's like, dude, everybody's like hitting and playing all physical and stuff like that, and then he's there and he had a foul, I think, last in game 3 where like he didn't even touch anybody and he got called for a foul. So I think that's got him in his head too much, and I think that's why he's been playing the way he's playing.
Yeah, he had a rough game yesterday. 0 points, just 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 assist, 0 for 3 from 3. Exum's he's gotta show up, man. He's gotta show up. We need him. We definitely need
You got to
him.
remember though, these guys are young, and this is their only Kyrie and Luka have played the playoffs in the starting lineup, right? This is their first playoffs. That's pretty good, man. I'm impressed how they've turned it around. From that game 1. That game 1 looked scary because they looked like they were not prepared at all. Now I don't know if that's on Jason Kidd, but they did not look ready.
Yeah. There you go. All right, man. Anything else y'all want to get into, man? That way I could end the show because we got an early turnaround tomorrow, and I got a show prep as well. But
Can I ask a question for the group?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay. Who do you guys think is actually the biggest threat? I actually think it's Minnesota.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't think it's the other guys.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been watching anybody else, bro. I've only watched the Mavs.
I've watched all the games, and I'm telling you, man.
I just think it's kind of funny that the narrative all of a sudden is that the Nuggets have no weaknesses. That was a question I wanted to ask all you guys about. I mean, I don't even know where that's coming from. I don't believe they have no weaknesses.
Oh, they're terrible, to be honest with you.
I think that came out of ESPN because right before the series started, they kept pushing this thing of if LeBron beats the Nuggets, the defending champions, and the Joker, the 3-time probably MVP, does that push him past Jordan? So they've been trying to pump the Nuggets up so that if LeBron beats them, to make it this huge accomplishment for him.
Right.
I think with the Nuggets is if you can beat, even by a little bit, if you can beat the Jokic minutes, you're gonna win the off Jokic minutes because they're so significantly worse with him off the court. So if you're winning with him on the court, you're gonna beat them. That's how you beat the Nuggets.
But I'll say this: the reason I'm saying to you the Nuggets don't scare me is because I'm watching them. It's not like the Lakers are playing good D. They're missing wide open shots. I mean, I saw Caldwell Pope tonight. He had a corner 3 wide open, like we're talking practice shot open, right? And he literally hit the backboard on the side of the backboard.
Is Dinwiddie getting minutes?
Barely.
Yeah, well, they're losing those minutes. I promise you that.
Oh, I know, but none of them are shooting good at 3. Like, they're not looking confident. And Jamal's been playing like crap. I know he's had a couple of clutch shots, but that's about it.
So I'm looking at the box score right now, Div, and Jokic had 33 points, 14 assists, 14 rebounds on 10 of 20 shooting, 11 for 11 from the free throw line, and they lost. That's kind of crazy.
Look at Anthony Davis and stuff, though. That's the issue. I was watching the game, too. Look at what Davis put up. He put up monster numbers, too.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Davis, 23 rebounds, 6 assists, 25 points.
That's why they won. Davis was getting them second chance shots.
Is that sustainable?
No, I don't think he can. I don't think he can put that kind of. That's why I said I think the Lakers got their 1 win tonight, and I think it'll be over on the next game.
Yeah, it will.
Russell shot 4 of 8 from 3 today. Yeah, that ain't happening again.
Yeah, he had a decent game actually.
Yeah,
he's probably gonna be eating nachos.
Yeah, Reeves had 21, Russell 21, LeBron 30, Davis 25. Yeah, that was a game for the. Yeah, it took a lot. It took a lot for them just to get that win. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're not gonna. They're done. But I'm just saying to you, like, I'm watching Ant Man. Like, he's really impressing me. His game from Minnesota, he is really impressing me.
So
Yeah,
what is
but
it?
to Gina's
What is it?
point too, though, I'm sorry,
No, you're good.
you can't you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, the Wolves are playing fantastic too, but the Suns are also playing really horribly. I mean, they're being almost swept here, you know. And I'm not saying that the Wolves aren't a great team and their defense isn't great, and Ant isn't going to be one of the faces of the NBA coming up, because he is that guy. I don't say he's not, but also, you know, what's going to happen when they go up against the Nuggets? The Nuggets aren't a slouch team either. So I think all teams have weaknesses, you know, and it's going to be who's going to be showing up each night for each of these teams. So I think it's going to be a little more interesting than people think it's going to be. You know, I mean, some of these games here in the beginning are pretty ugly, even in the East and the West, you know.
I just feel if they go small against Denver, like what I mean by small, putting what's his name, the one guy that shoots good against us all the time on their
Nas
team.
Reed.
Nas
Reed?
Reed. If they put Reed in the 5 spot, oh my God, Denver's going to be cooked because
Yeah,
if they
but
start making their threes, they're cooked. They have no answer. Who's going to cover Ant coming in on a screen? It ain't going to be Joker.
But the thing is, though, Dev, Gobert hasn't been being played off the field in the playoffs like he used to be.
Right. But I'm saying to you, if I was playing Denver, I'm not putting Gobert. I could care less. I would put somebody like that other guy that can shoot threes, because then he's going to have to follow him onto the 3-point line, and then it's going to be a layup lane. Because I'm telling you, there's nobody on that team that can play defense other than Gordon, from what I've seen. They're trash. They're so overrated, in my opinion, Denver.
Ooh, man, Mr. Romo asked a great question. What are the Mavs' weaknesses? How about we answer this question and then we can end the show. For everybody that's watching, man, if y'all don't mind dropping a like on the video, it goes a long way. I see we got 27. Let's try to get it to 30, man, while y'all in here. If y'all haven't hit a like, it goes a long way. But to answer Romo's question, let's start with Nancy, and we'll go through the whole panel and get everybody's thoughts. Nancy, what do you think are the Mavs' weaknesses right now?
Well, one of the weaknesses that I'm looking at, I love our defense, I love our tenacity, but I think we spend too much energy on the three when it's not falling, instead of going to the 2-pointers. Like, when they're not shooting well, they're still consistently forcing it. You know, like you were saying, TGK, I'd like to see them do other things or try stuff or get to the basket. Because against other teams other than the Clippers, that's going to be a problem if that's what we start doing. You know, getting comfortable just jacking up threes when that's not our game anymore.
I love it. See, you found one thing, you stuck to it, and you moved on. I appreciate that, Nancy. But I actually agree. That is one of our weaknesses. Big J, what do you think is one of the Mavericks' weaknesses right now?
That's the exact same thing I was going to say. Is that over reliance on the three when it's not dropping, and it stagnates our entire game. And so we've got to find other ways to score. Like, that's what I'm talking about, doing the slashing and other things besides just standing around 4 out and watching Luka cook or Kyrie cook. It doesn't work all the time. You got to be able to offer more.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy how good that offense is, and how much more better it could be if they didn't heavily rely on it. That's great points. Master Fame, what do you think is one weakness the Dallas Mavericks have right now?
I'm gonna say free throw shooting. I think in the clutch or in the fourth quarter, they tend to start making their free throws. But if we can, like, 85-90% as a group, then I think these closer games won't be as close, and they'll be a little bit more comfortable because everybody's hitting their free throws.
Great point. And especially because we don't get calls enough. And if we miss a free throw, that's like it means more, because we don't get the calls we should be getting. So
so when you do get the calls, you gotta make them. Yeah.
Facts. DV, what do you think is one Maverick weakness right now, bro? It's a bit of a sticky one still. All right, we'll go with Div. We'll go with Div. Div, what is one Maverick weakness?
The coaching staff for not making us be more aggressive on the when you get a rebound, run the ball, man. Like I don't understand why we don't go running, make it a running game up and down the court instead of slowing the crap down, playing half court. You gotta run because these guys are old and slow. You think Harden wants to chase people? Like these guys, do you think Kawhi wants to chase people right now? Like I'm just like, we gotta run the ball, man. Like where we have guys like Green. This is why I like that we added Green instead of THJ because I feel like we gotta utilize that. Go run, go. But I hate when he cuts back to the 3-point line. It's like he's got a one-on-one with the dude. It's like take him on, man. You're going full speed. You cut one way, fake the other, you're gonna get a chance to score like every play. And with his speed and jumping, and it just frustrates me when I see them turning back to the 3-point line. Where's Luka and Kyrie? It's like, dude, it was a one-on-one. You're going full speed ahead. Just go at them.
Yeah, and I think for me the one weakness is a predictable offense. Although the unpredictability is Luka's vision and manipulation of defenses. That is what helps the offense so much is just his sheer capabilities. But I think if you were able to make this game a little bit more complex offensively, just to make it easier for everybody, I think that'll help. But primarily, honestly, our 3-point shooting is a big weakness right now. So if we're able to get that corrected, we should be good to go, man. Any final words before we get up out of here, man? Anybody got any last words they want to say?
Well, I was gonna say since DD was sleeping, I was gonna throw out our slow starts too. Is another one that seems to be a weakness of ours.
Slow starts, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, are we gonna do predictions now or pregame?
Pregame. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let him go to sleep.
Yeah,
Hey, TGK, do you have somebody at the stadium tomorrow for the vibe?
Yeah, he was just on here.
Chris?
Chris. He's on.
Okay, awesome. So. I just always think it's kind of cool getting the vibe at the stadium.
Hell yeah. I was gonna because when I found out Slightly Biased was gonna be there, I was gonna hit him up, but I was like, nah, like let him enjoy his first game because he hasn't been to a game in a while. But I thought it would have been cool to get him on here. But
he went to the other game. He went to the last game.
Yeah, he went to yesterday's game. I think that was his first one, but I don't want to bug him all late. But I do got a video idea to collaborate with Slightly on, but we got to work out the what is it, logistics to get it going. But we're in talks. All right, man. And anybody else got anything? Any last things? Let me see. Gina Kim said you should have hit him up, TGK. That would have been cool for the bring. Yeah, it would have. I need to reach out to more people for sure. But all right, man. Appreciate y'all.
Peace out, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Master Fan. Appreciate y'all being here. It's been your boy TGK here with everybody on the panel.
See you guys.
Make sure y'all leave a like on the way out. We got 35. Appreciate y'all getting those likes all the way up. It's been your boy TGK here with Nancy, Big J, DV, Div, Master Fame, King, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Let's go Mavs. Let's get this W tomorrow. I don't know what time we play tomorrow. What time we play tomorrow? 2:30 or 2? All right, I'm going to say 2 or 2:30. The Mavericks play tomorrow. And again, I'll have a pregame show 1 hour before tip-off. It's been your boy TGK, and this has been Midnight Mavness. We out.